Homily, Jesus, the Bread of Life is prepared by Father Ayub Francis, pastor at Saint Jude Parish in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Dear brothers and sisters in Christ, today's readings invite us to reflect deeply on the theme of sustenance, both physical and spiritual, and to understand what it truly means for Jesus to be the bread of life. 1. God's provision in the wilderness. Let us begin with the story of the Israelites in the wilderness. Imagine the scene. A vast, arid desert stretching as far as the eye can see, and in the midst of this, the people of Israel, hungry and desperate, they grumble and question why they left Egypt, where at least they had food. God hears their cries and responds with manna, bread from heaven, demonstrating His care and provision. In our lives today, we might not face the same kind of physical hunger, but we certainly encounter moments of spiritual and emotional hunger. We might grumble about our circumstances, feel lost in our own wildernesses of doubt, fear, or despair. Yet, just as God provided for the Israelites, He provides for us, often in unexpected ways. 2. The true bread from heaven. In the Gospel, Jesus declares, "I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty." Here, Jesus is inviting us to look beyond our immediate, temporary needs and recognize the deeper, spiritual nourishment He offers. Consider this, in our modern world, what are some of the things we turn to for satisfaction? Is it our careers, social media, material possessions, or even relationships? These might bring temporary fulfillment, but eventually, they leave us yearning for something more, something lasting. Jesus tells us that He is that lasting sustenance, the bread of life that truly satisfies. 3. Becoming the bread of life for others. But how can we become the bread of life for others? How can we share this divine sustenance with those around us? Practical examples. Acts of kindness. Small, everyday acts of kindness can be a powerful way to share God's love. Whether it's a smile, a word of encouragement, or helping a neighbor in need, these gestures can be the manna in someone else's wilderness. Listening and presence. In our fast-paced world, taking the time to truly listen and be present with someone can make a significant difference. It shows that we value them and are willing to share their burdens, just as Christ shares ours. Service and volunteering. Engaging in community service or volunteering can be a way to offer sustenance to those who are physically and emotionally hungry. This might involve working at a food bank, helping with local charities, or supporting parish activities. Sharing our faith. Don't be afraid to share your faith journey with others. Testimonies of how Jesus has been your bread of life can inspire and encourage others to seek Him as well. Meditation question for the week. How can I seek and nourish my soul with the bread of life that Jesus offers, rather than the temporary satisfactions of this world? As we reflect on these readings, let us contemplate the ways in which God provides for our physical and spiritual needs. The manna in the wilderness and Jesus' declaration as the bread of life remind us that God's provision is not just about sustaining our bodies, but also about nourishing our souls. May we find in Christ the true and lasting fulfillment that He alone can give. May your weekend and week be filled with peace, prayer, and the presence of God's love. God bless you.